Hello and welcome to another episode of Bike Channel Kenya. Now, the beginner market right now in Kenya is very hot, and that means more people are getting into biking. And the Duke 390 is among the bikes beginners can choose from right now. And today we are going to review it. Let's start with the shape. Now, this being a naked version bike of the RC390, it doesn't have a lot of fairings. The split LED headlights look very aggressive and futuristic at the same time. The paint job is bright orange, which is a staple food at KTM, although you can get some of the bikes in pure black if you are an introvert. Now, when it comes to the sitting position, it has a forward biased feel to it, which is among the first things you will notice when you throw a leg over one. Fire it up and you get that single cylinder sound, which we all know. Now, single cylinders engines are not very charismatic when it comes to the sound department. Although, since this will be probably your first bike, that will be the least of your worries. Click first gear and off you go. The engine produces 43 brake horsepower and 37 Newton meters of torque. Virtually, nothing happens until around 6,000 revolutions per minute. That is when the bike comes to life. And because there is nothing before 6K revolutions per minute, you'll be shifting a lot. Although, as a beginner, that should feel good, since you'll have a sense of riding something with a soul. Since now almost all cars have automatic gearboxes, and that is where you'll probably be coming from. Now that you're moving, you'll have to stop at some point, and for that, you'll need brakes, which are by Brembo, and I must say they are very good. The ABS has you covered, since if you are frank, as a beginner, the last thing you'll want is the front tire locking up on you. Now, with the 2019 model, you can't completely turn off the ABS, but KTM will let you turn off the rear ABS in the supermoto mode, which will let the rear lock up and come out like you will see on a supermoto. Not sure if many guys are into that, but we absolutely love it here at Bike Channel Kenya. The suspension is by WP, which is owned by KTM. For a beginner, it will be perfect. Though we felt it was a bit soft, especially when we had braked. But then again, as a beginner, you'll hardly ever add brake, unless it is an emergency. And for the doubting Thomases, WP just won its first race on MotoGP last weekend, which goes on to show you how good it is nowadays. Let's get to the handling, which is where it won us over. The chassis is so balanced. Just pick a line in a corner and it will happily stay there all day long. Now we know why they call it a corner rocket. The Metzela tires though play a big role in all of this, because once they are warmed up, they are very sticky, especially for street riding. Unfortunately, we didn't take it to the track, since you can't be too crazy on the streets, especially here in Kenya. But don't worry, we are planning on hitting the track soon, and when we do, we'll do a vlog of it and you will see it here. So if you have not subscribed, remember to do so. Let's talk about the dash, which is a full-on TFT dash, which is easy to read. There's also a night feature, which makes the display black, which is what we thought looked better over the white themed one. The dash displays all sorts of things you will expect from a dashboard, only that they are displayed electronically. We did 0 to 100 in 5.8 seconds, so let's just say 6 seconds, and we managed a top speed of 161 kilometers per hour. Though, with me on board, I might have been holding it back, since being 6 feet tall comes with a lot of drag. But then again, top speed runs is something best left to the likes of Kawasaki Ninja H2R and the more experienced riders. The tank holds 13.5 liters, so when you take an average of 30 kilometers per liter, you'll have a range of about 400 kilometers, which is what you get mostly from bikes in this category. Now, if you are sort of an intermediate rider coming from something like a 250cc, this bike will most probably turn you into a hooligan. When you combine the chassis maneuverability, the sticky tires, the supermoto mode, that is just a recipe for being a hooligan. Also, when you're in first gear and get to around 6,000 to 8,000 revolutions per minute and pop the clutch, the front will come up. So, in short, if you are an intermediate rider and you upgrade to the Duke 390, you won't be bored very quickly of your new toy and start thinking of upgrading. The Duke is generally a good overall package. I haven't ridden a lot of other bikes in this category, so I can't generally comment on how they compare. But I truly envy the beginners of nowadays since they have so much to choose from. And yes, people have been requesting for the reviews of the Jincheng. The thing is, I don't personally know anyone with a Jincheng, and you can't walk up to a Jincheng owner you find on a road and tell him, hey, I want to review a bike. However, you can go check the review from my friend, Rico the Gearhead, who did it, and subscribe to his channel for more Kenyan content. I'll leave the link in the description below. I mean, if we don't support ourselves, who will? So that is it for this video. Remember to like, comment, anything you'd like to see, and subscribe for more. See you on the next one. Ciao.